Who is your crush?
My crush
Is if I ship Allie and Austin. If he's not man enough to like ask you out, but he thinks like, oh, a kiss is not that big of a deal. No, like it is. Like,
Listen, especially when you're waiting till marriage, that is all you can do.
so today we're gonna be spilling some tea and decorating some cookies. What is up, guys? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia Poe, and I'm here with the wonderful, the amazing, the beautiful ALLIE SCHNACKY.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to say my name or if you were gonna say it, so I'm like,
Today, it is a very special time of year.
yeah, it's
One of my favorite times of year.
As the dating girl. Put in the comments if you guys are single. It is Valentine's Day season.
Okay guys, so we asked you to give us your questions.
No, chill.
Everyone wants to know. So today we're gonna be spilling some tea and decorating some cookies. We've got really cute
Listen guys, we just wanted an excuse to decorate these cookies and eat them and not feel guilty. So
Exactly.
you guys are the reason why we're doing this.
Exactly. Without further ado, let's get into this. We've just gotta go like right off the bat. So everybody wants to know
No.
if I ship Allie and a certain boy that we know.
Who?
Well, I guess the question is if I ship Allie and Austin. So
People are always like, hey Noah, do you ship Allie and Austin? Hey Julia, do you ship Allie and Austin? Hey everyone. But never, Allie, do you ship Allie and Austin?
right, exactly. I mean, you can answer that if you want. I'm sure
I'm
they'd
good.
love to.
I'm good. No, nobody asked that.
I'm sure they'd love to know that, but okay, I'll give my answer. I'm gonna say that I think I love them both. They're both great people. I would obviously love for two of my friends to get together. However, I know they both know this, and we just want to let it happen if that is God's plan for them. We don't want to
Period.
pressure them into it,
Period.
but I do think they just would look great together.
Thank you, sweet friend.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Moving on.
Yeah,
who knows? Now that we've made Allie uncomfortable, let's.
Guys, this is not opening.
Here, wait. Do you need scissors?
Julia's one rule for me, because I'm super clumsy, is we can do this, but as long as you make sure to not get the pink on my white couch.
Right.
I'm gonna try to cut this.
Oh.
Okay, what is the question?
Okay.
Yeah, this is a butter knife.
That is a butter knife. I do have scissors, so if you'd like.
We
that.
might need some scissors.
All right. So I guess this is gonna be more of a question for me. Everyone wants to know if me and my boyfriend are still dating and what we're doing for Valentine's Day, because I don't post with him for a day, and everyone asks.
Are you guys broken up?
If
Are you
we're
guys
still
good?
dating.
Why do you hate Jacob?
I know, literally, guys. Yes, we are still dating. Pretty much.
I was actually wondering the same thing too.
Yeah.
So this really clarified a lot.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
so glad. So yes, guys, I don't know what my Valentine's Day plans are, but my dream Valentine's Day date, okay, like overall, that was a question too, is I think we go out, right? I pick up. We get
She's
picked
setting
up.
the scene.
I'm wearing like a long black dress. We go to the Cheesecake Factory because that's like one of my favorite places
I
ever.
love.
We
the
should just go on a
Cheesecake
date
Factory.
there.
We should go
Why
on a
wait
girl
for
date
the
there.
boys?
No, we're
Let's
gonna
just
go. Okay.
Okay, so
And
anyways.
matching black long dresses.
Oh my god. Okay, so I guess me and Allie are hanging out on Valentine's Day now.
You guys see what I'm doing there? I'm trying to like snatch her for Valentine's Day because I don't
Right.
have anyone.
Right. Well,
I think
mean,
it's working.
Hey, as long as I go to Cheesecake Factory, I am more than down. But I think anything with my significant other, and I think Allie would agree, would be fun. I have like dream dates, but to be honest, a lot of the dream dates that y'all see on social media were like totally planned, and that's just for the video. And like any date with my person that I get to like hang out with and talk to them
It's
and
true.
eat food, because I'm a different person when I'm hungry.
Bro, me and you both.
Yeah.
Me and you both. Hanger is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is so real. I'm not
It's
myself.
bad. I'm not either.
It's not godly when I'm hungry.
I'm like Boolia. Like Boolia, my evil twin comes out.
Okay, what is another question that the
Next
people have for us?
question. How do you know if a boy likes you?
Wouldn't I like to know?
I can speak a little bit to this. Because you guys, I've been in a lot of instances where I had no idea if a boy liked me. And
Not me trying to.
that means
I cannot follow her in the
It
lines.
looks good. That means that like if you don't know if a guy likes you and you've been friends with them for a long time and you've been talking to them, I'm not just saying like Justin Bieber, okay? Like, you'd be like, oh, how do I know if Justin Bieber likes me? Like, no, that's not what I'm talking about.
On the real though, yeah. Finish what you were saying, Julia.
But yes, so I think that if a guy that you are with and you're talking to and maybe he flirts with you and he hasn't been straight up, give that a little bit of time, but then you need to walk away. Because
period.
if you're left wondering like, oh,
tell him, sis.
how is he, like, does he like me? Does he not like me? I've been around way too many guys where I'm like, I can't tell if they like me. Like, do they like me? Or like go to their friends, I'm like, do they like me? And that's like a lot of like middle school and high school stuff.
Yeah, stupid crap.
But even especially if you're in college or out of college, if you don't know a grown man's intention,
absolutely not.
Drop him.
Drop
because
that man.
That is not what you want. You want a guy who's gonna come up to you and he's gonna be straight up with what he wants. Like, he either wants you and wants a relationship with you, or he just wants to mess around and he just wants to play with your feelings.
Which is honestly probably like that's a possibility too. Like, let's not just be naive out here. And you just gotta know what your worth is and like want it for yourself. Absolutely. And I know I joke around a lot, y'all, but the honest truth is, I mean, I've never really had an issue like figuring out if a guy liked me or not, because it's as simple as if a guy does like you, he will make it known and he will pursue you. Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't, then you don't want to be with him. I mean, there are guys that could like you that maybe are just kind of like embarrassed or like feel weird, and to that I have to say move on too, because they're not a man. Yeah. Like, if they're not gonna man up and actually see that you are rare and that you have value and ditch their other girls they're talking to, or like stand up in front of their friends and say, I want that girl and I am gonna pursue her, 100%. Then there's gonna be somebody that does.
100%.
But also you get what you like, the energy that you give. So if you're out talking to a ton of guys and you're not wanting to drop them, but you want this great guy, and you would drop everyone for him, but you just need to stop talking. Like, don't waste your time talking to people that it's not going anywhere. Because you attract what you are. You know? If a guy can have his cake and eat it too, if you're treating him like your man, and you're kissing him and like going on all of these dates and like going on vacations with him and his family, and he's not committing to you, there's gonna be no reason for this man to commit to you. And vice versa. So like, if a guy was doing that to me, I wouldn't, right? You know?
No, absolutely. And there's so much wisdom in that, and unfortunately, most of the time, that's something that people realize after they've already
Not the sprinkles, Julia. That is so bad.
You guys, I had a vision, and it's honestly not going that well.
It's okay, as long as we're in this together.
So much better than mine.
It's because I do nothing, and then it just turns out okay. You know what I mean?
It looks so much better.
If you just outline, it's fine.
It looks so much better. That was what I was trying to do.
So what's another like juicy?
Everyone wants to know my first kiss story. Basically,
I'm very curious about Julia's first kiss.
You guys. So I waited a long time to have my first kiss, guys.
So did I.
Didn't have my first kiss until I was 17. I had been like talking to / almost dating like a couple of guys before, but I had never had an actual boyfriend, and I told myself that I would not kiss anyone that I wasn't dating. And that was really good because...
Yo, that is such a good rule to have for yourself.
Oh, 100%, because if he's not man enough to like ask you out, but he thinks like, oh, a kiss is not that big of a deal. No, like, it is. Like,
listen, especially when you're waiting till marriage, that is all you can do.
Right.
Yeah. Literally. Let's just be real, guys. You can't go further.
No,
okay?
Absolutely not.
That's it.
And so you just have to be so careful. And I think as well, like, I'm a very emotional person. I knew that if I let a guy kiss me, I was going to be attached to him. Because I'd be like, oh, he's my first kiss. Like, wow. And like, we romanticize our first kiss, obviously. So if you're going to romanticize it, like, romanticize it to the extent that you wait for the person that you actually want to date. Okay?
She said it.
And in my case, it was a little different. This was so funny because actually I was having this conversation with Jacob before we started dating. And I was talking to him and I was just like, you know, like, I've never had my first kiss. I've always like wanted to wait because I've had the opportunity to, and I just decided that it would be better for me to just wait.
So your first kiss.
So yeah, so back to that. So I told him, I was like, you know, I just waited because I've never actually had a real boyfriend before, and I want to make sure that I am being smart about who I'm with. So, long story short, Jacob and I were really good friends for like 9 months before we even started dating. There was no awkward talking phase, which our story is very different from a lot of people's. Yeah. However, I will say, if there is any context to where you can be really good friends with a guy and you can skip that awkward talking phase, absolutely do it, because I want, like,
yeah,
obviously, like, if I'm still dating Jacob and, like, I want to be with him, obviously the plan is to get married. And so I'm not planning for another talking stage. And I'm so glad, because I would never want to go through another. They're the worst.
Talking stages,
they're the worst.
And, like, that whole crap, like, whether or not, because here's the truth, like, sometimes you can't, like, your desire isn't even to play games, but you just fall into that because, like, you're so unsure, especially because everything is usually over social media nowadays. Like, when you're texting, there's miscommunication. It's like, how long do I wait so I don't look desperate? And then how long is too long to where I don't look interested? Like, I'm just so over that.
Yep.
If you guys are in that weird phase, I would just encourage y'all, do what I do, jump right to the FaceTime. Because when you FaceTime someone, you see whether or not their jokes are going to land, how they really are. Like, if you can stand their voice, if you guys connect, if you can talk for hours. Like, FaceTime is the way to go. Texting, honestly, is just a waste of time.
It really is.
In my opinion.
It really is. And Snapchat, don't even get me started, you guys. If a boy
I don't have Snapchat,
and that's the direction that it goes,
absolutely not.
Drop.
Well, especially because when you're, like, the type of person that has waited, because this was my story too, to have your first kiss and, like, a guy knows that, he's even more careful, like, to where he would initiate. Now he, like, doesn't want to step on any toes, cross any boundaries if he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So you're like, freaking kiss me already. Like, I'm just trying to get this over with. And they, like, don't want to because they don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. So you're just like, freak.
So I was, like, debating in my mind the whole time. I'm like, do I do it? Do I not do it? Long story short, guys.
You're like, don't even know what's going on again.
He just kissed me and I didn't move. My eyes were open. I didn't move.
My eyes were open during
I just sat there and I was
my eyes were open during mine too. And I knew.
Guys, we overhype, over-romanticize all of these different things, and, like, if you guys are, like, most excited about a relationship for, like, the kissing part, get over it.
You've got to be friends with the person. It's literally gonna be for the rest of your life.
Straight up.
I'm starting to stress myself out.
Straight up. So, me and Allie actually met, jumping right into the next question.
Bet.
We met through Noah and Jacob becoming friends on TikTok. They went live together, and then one thing led to another, and now I live in Florida.
Yeah, that's literally, like, it's honestly just a God story. I, like, literally remember hearing Noah, like, battling this kid Jacob, and then the next day, I, like, saw Jacob. Jacob was like, yo, Allie, follow my girlfriend Julia. I was like, bet. So then I went and I followed his girlfriend Julia, and then, what happened after that? Oh, yeah. So then, the next thing I know, like, literally that weekend, she was in my house. I do not know the story God has for all of us being, like, together, but I do know that he's connecting all of us for a greater purpose.
So,
which is cool.
100%. And, that, like, goes into, like, so much more than just, like, friendships and relationships.
True.
And that just shows you how much, like, control God has when you allow him to. Like, when you follow his
when you're willing to say yes. And it's going to be uncomfortable.
Oh, 100%.
This is not comfortable for you to move away from everything you've ever known.
No.
And to be in Florida with people that are great people. Like, you're
a great person.
Right. Like, you're a great person, but, like, where's my family and, like, my friends?
Let's do a couple more questions.
We can knock through these next ones.
Yes. How do you get a boyfriend?
How do you get a boyfriend? Yeah, let's ask the girl that's never had a boyfriend. I mean, I think on the real though, like, I joke about it a lot, but I believe this is not just me. I think it's everybody. If you really want a boyfriend, you can go out there and you can get a boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
You really can. If you're watching this, same if you're a guy and you're watching this, you could go out and get any girlfriend you want. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that's going to be somebody that God's called, like, you to be in partner with, even if it's for a season in your life. So
100%.
I would just encourage you, like, don't jump past God's timing for what he has for your life, because if you're in a season of singleness that God's, like, purposefully placed you in right now, it's because of a greater purpose. But other than that, like, I just say, like, pray, discern, ask for God to bring someone in his timing, because that's when it's gonna flourish, and don't just go and date whoever.
Totally.
You know?
And people say this all the time and it sounds so cliche, but I promise that it's not. The second that I stopped looking, like, guys, I had talked to I say so many guys, like 2 guys. Like, I was, like, wanting a boyfriend so bad, and I thought I knew what was best for me. And I ended up, like, getting hurt and kind of just, like, being really sad. And as soon as I, like, gave up and I was like, you know what? I'm done with boys. I'm done. Like, I'm over it. That was literally when God brought Jacob into my life. And that was, like, the biggest thing for me, because I was like, okay, God, like, I want to obey you. I know this is going to suck if, like, you know, you take these people that I'm talking to, like, out of my life. But, like, I know that you're going to make something so beautiful come out of it. And I did not want a boyfriend. I did not want a boyfriend because I was like, this is just talking.
You're going to be a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I met Jacob and I was like, okay. Like, that's what I want. So,
right. And you hear that all the time. Like, when you stop seeking is when, like, God usually brings him in your life. But I just want to encourage you guys, too, because, like, I stopped looking, like, a while ago. And sometimes it might feel like God, like, that isn't your story, right? And you can get frustrated, like, God, I stopped looking, and everyone said that, but it feels like you're not bringing him. And I would just encourage you to, like, fall in love with God's journey for your life. Because I can genuinely say, like, whenever, because he knows the desires of our heart. Like, whenever we fall in love with where he has us and we just trust that he will grant those if we're under his will, it gives you so much freedom and so much joy in the season that you're in, to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, God, like, I don't even know if I, like, if you never, we need to get to the place where if God never did bring that person into our life, we would still be overflowed with joy because he's enough. Right. Not saying he won't, because he does grant our desires, but, like, he is more than enough. And until he knows, I believe that, like, you're not making an idol out of something, like, he won't bring him into your life, you know?
So good. That's so good.
Or her.
Allie bringing the word out here.
Or her.
All right. Yeah, my voice cracked. Best piece of relationship advice is the next question.
Oh my gosh. I was literally just talking to Carol about this. Number one, I would say learn as much as you can from other people's mistakes. Like, be very, like, aware of, like, other couples. Like, me and my best friend Carol have spent our whole lives just observing other couples and, like, seeing what we admired about them, seeing what we didn't, seeing their sacrifices that they had towards one another, and, like, even bitterness that, and, like, the root behind it, so that we could be aware, so that the enemy couldn't, like, tear down our relationships.
I'd say my best piece of relationship advice, first and foremost, is, you know who complicates you, like,
compliments. And complicates. I can tell you something right now, I do know who complicates me.
I meant compliments. You know what compliments you, and you know what doesn't compliment you. And yeah, exactly, learn from other relationships. If you know that, like, a person in your life, like, whoever it is, has a trait that really gets you down, and, like, really brings you down, don't look for that in whoever you're seeking to date, because you know, like, if it doesn't work in a friendship, it's not going to work in a relationship. And so if you're a good friend with someone, but you're like, I could never date them because X, Y, and Z. I see so many girls be like, but I'm just going to try it anyways. I'm like, why? You can't, if he's not even a good friend to you, he's not going to be a good husband, a good father to your children, provider, whatever. You need a guy who knows what he wants and he sees your value. You're not going to have to prove your value to anybody. So if you're out here trying to be like, oh, look at me, I can do this, I can do that, like, I can do all this, and they can already see that, they're with you for the wrong reasons, because they should be able to see your value. If I could just encourage you guys with that, with anything, like, seek God first in every relationship, in every decision, in everything, and you're not going to be let down, because God has such a great plan for your life. So, I have a question for Miss Allie, and I can't really answer this one, because I already have a crush. I have a valentine, you know.
Yeah, don't rub it in our faces, Julia.
Sorry, guys. But everyone wants to know, like, who our crush is. So, Allie, who is your crush?
My crush. So, guys, instead of telling you guys my crush, I'm going to tell you guys some of my standards, and you guys can place them together.
Okay, that works. I've
got a couple H's that I follow. Hot, holy, handsome, hygiene, humor, hands. Hands are important.
They are.
Hands are important, people.
Yep.
And height. And humble. So, period.
I mean,
stitch together what you think.
So
there you have it.
I know someone who, like, might meet that for you.
Okay, enough, Julia.
So, guys, thank you.
Thank you. We did it at the same time.
Are you mocking me?
No.
Oh. I thought you were, like, making fun of me.
That was good.
We did. So, thank you guys
for watching this vlog.
We hope that you got something out of it. And
if you didn't, make sure you still like and subscribe, because you're the best.
Right, because we love you. And if you didn't, go back and watch it again.
Yeah, because there's definitely some good stuff in there. And if you didn't watch it, that's your problem, not ours. Yeah, I said what I said.
All right, make sure that you subscribe to Allie's channel as well. I will have it linked. She makes some really awesome content. I don't know, do you have a vlog coming out soon?
I do. I have a lot of vlogs. We just finished a Valentine's Day series, which was really fun.
That is so fun.
None of it's happened yet, but I have a feeling it's going to, so I don't really know. I'm just bringing my vlog camera around because some interesting stuff has just happened recently.
We're gonna find out if, like, I don't think you have a Valentine yet. Do you have a Valentine?
I can't tell.
You can't tell.
No, because the past couple of days, because we have a week till Valentine's Day.
Right.
The past couple of days though have been kind of crazy. So by the time you guys are seeing this, yeah, it's been wild. You guys can follow that journey.
They'll know when they watch this.
Yes.
If they watch your video. So you guys are gonna have to go check that out.
Yeah, you are. Also, something I started doing on my channel that you guys should do too is comment below some vlog ideas that you guys have. Comment your favorite part of this vlog or something that you got out of it. Because Julia is going to feature one of you guys' comments at the end of every single video, which is awesome because who doesn't like to get shouted out? And yeah, this was so much fun, Julia.
This was so fun, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for bringing
your
cookies
house
and hanging out with me and answering questions, even though we kind of made you a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, even though they're freaking, you guys go for my neck every time.
I know. We just want people want to know. People want to know.
Yeah, and now you know.
Now you know.
So there, hot, holy, handsome. Take note of those. Alright, y'all.
Those are good standards, guys.
We're going to show you our cookies. Until next time.
Yes, we are. Until next time. We'll see you guys next week.